Hey guys, so today we're going to be breaking down the incoming Legends Limited Super Baby 2. A bit of an unexpected release, but I will take it because Super Baby 2 is a character that needs some representation in the game after a long time. Just a bit surprised because we just went through a GT campaign, and I didn't think they would end up dropping some more GT characters, but this is fine. We'll see what he's going to end up being like. So in my reveal video, I think I said the most likely outcome for this character would be a yellow ranged unit. But we'll see. Maybe he'll be like a defense character. Maybe he'll be a support type. I don't know. We'll see. Let's go ahead and see what they have to say about this guy. With impressive abilities to stop opponents' combos and inflict massive damage with unfavorable element factors nullified, Legends Limited Super Baby 2 joins the fight. Strength 1, stop combos, and then unleash this character's true potential for revenge. The unique gauge charges when taking attacks. Okay, so it sounds like it's like a Beast Gohan, a Blue 17 style unique gauge. When the unique gauge fills up, destroy 2 enemy cards, reduce your enemy key by 50, and on top of that, seal their main ability. Yeah, it sounds like just an upgraded version of LF17's, Blue 17's unique gauge. This will help you put a stop to your enemy's combos. When the unique gauge is full, reduce the enemy's vanishing gauge to 0% and draw a special move arts. Special move arts will gain an advantage, or sorry, will get an amazing power up when the unique gauge is full, nullifying unfavorable element factors and endurance. It nullifies endurance in the blue card. Okay. Strength number 2, turn strike / blast arts into a combo and deal some serious damage. Start off with strike blast arts to nullify special cover changes and increase your critical rate by up to 60%. Okay. Plus, if your enemy switches characters, you'll get a huge boost with damage inflicted by strike / blast arts, and you'll also draw up to 2 cards if you have 3 or fewer. You'll be amazed at the amount of damage you can dish out after an enemy character's switch. If there's even 1 defeated battle member that's on your team, arts card draw speed will increase by an additional level for a total boost of 2 levels. Okay, so it sounds like that's the way he's going to get double card draw speed. And if there are 2 defeated battle members, then on top of that, your own unfavorable element factors will be nullified. If you combine this character with the Ki Blast absorbing Legends Limited Super 17 and tag GT or tag Powerful Opponent, you'll have yourself a combination that can stop any opponent in their tracks. Oh boy. More Super 17 stuff, huh? Strike fear into the hearts of your opponents with Legends Limited Super Baby 2, the vengeful evil life form, and he is yellow. Okay, so again, it doesn't tell us what actual typing he is, like if he's going to be ranged or melee, but based off of the fact that they want you to use him next to Super 17, and based off of the fact that basically all of his teams are somewhat range type or blast oriented, I'm assuming he's going to be a blast character. But this is the powerful thing here about Super Baby 2. Saiyan, Transforming Warrior, Regen, GT, Merging, and Powerful Opponent. So he's on Powerful Opponent, GT, Regen, and Saiyan. It's a lot of teams. That's the good thing about this character. All right, main ability. Reduce your enemy's Dragon Balls by 1 and cancel their attribute upgrades so you can withstand their attacks. Randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws the Ultimate Arts card Revenge Death Ball next. Restores own health by 25% and ki by 50, -5 to own arts cost for 30 counts. Reduce enemy's Dragon Balls by 1 and then cancels enemy attribute upgrades. Okay, so it's kind of just a standard main ability. Nothing insane about this. Z ability we have at 14 stars, 38% to tag GT, Powerful Opponent, or Regen. Okay, he's actually buffing Regen. That's good. Strike and blast defense. Both defenses. Actually, is this guy going to be a defense type? It might be. He might be. If he's buffing both defenses, chances I think are pretty high that he's going to be a defense type. And he's also buffing strike attack for Regen. Huh. Strike attack. Okay. So his strike card... The strike arts comes with blast armor. Okay, so he's not going to be a blast type if his strike card is blast armor. Also, although not an effect on strike attacks generally, Super Baby 2 possesses a strike arts card that will reduce your enemy's health restoration by 20%. Okay, sure. And then the same thing with the blast card. This character also has a blast arts card that will reduce your enemy's health restoration by 20%. Blue card, if activated when the unique gauge is full, this is super powered special move, will nullify unfavorable element factors and endurance effects. On hit, it will obscure all enemy cards. So it's Captain Ginyu's blue card, basically. Okay. It looks like it's a ranged blue card as well. That's pretty annoying. A ranged version of Captain Ginyu's blue card. Let me pull up Captain Ginyu here. Purple and Captain Ginyu. This is the obviously the pre-revival version of Captain Ginyu. What does his blue card do? Massive impact damage. Yeah, it doesn't even have any damage buffs on here. Okay. But then it obscures for 5 counts. Super Baby 2, massive damage, 50% to special move damage inflicted for 3 counts upon activation, obscures all enemies' cards for 5 counts. So it's the same effect as Captain Ginyu's blue card, but it's a ranged version of that, and it has a lot of 50% is a lot, 50% of special move damage. And if unique gauge is full, resets own unique gauge to 0 and applies the following effects to self upon activation: 20% to special move damage inflicted for 3 counts. So he's getting 70% to blue card damage if you have the unique gauge filled up. Nullifies unfavorable element factors, and then it also nullifies endurance. Yeah, that sounds pretty ridiculous considering that it's a ranged blue card. I think people don't think about this as often as they should, because if you think about all the releases we get in this game, there are not a lot of characters, at least in terms of recent releases, that have ranged blue cards, especially ranged blue cards that nullify endurance. That's actually a big deal. That's one of the reasons why Revival UI Goku in his UI state was so strong, because you could actually nullify opponents' endurance with a ranged blue card that hit like a truck. So this is going to be pretty annoying, I think, especially with the obscure effect. But we'll see. All right, let's continue. I had to pause and upload my reaction video. All right, so let's go to the green card here. So this special art allows you to counter your enemy's melee towel. God. Okay. When the counter activates, you'll nullify enemy special cover changes, and you'll also draw new cards if you have 3 or fewer. Your enemy's key will take a hit, and your own unfavorable element factors will be nullified just by activating this counter, so go for it as much as you can without fear. Okay. The following effects occur upon activation: restores own health by 15% and ki by 50. So that's literally, is that not just like a main ability? 20% to damage inflicted for 15 counts, type neutral for 10 counts, reduce enemy ki by 60. Counter will activate upon enemy's melee tap or strike arts while in fighting pose. Applies the following effects to self when counter activates. Randomly draws at most 3 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards. He gets cover null for 5 counts, and it is comboable. This is very similar to... so I was actually thinking this would be like Ultra Vegito Blue's counter, but this is more so like Orange Piccolo's counter, actually. Let me just... pull up Orange Piccolo here. We can get rid of Captain Ginyu. This is the transformed version of Orange Piccolo. So his green card, 50 ki, 20% damage. So he's not... Yeah, Orange Piccolo doesn't heal from this. Baby, he's healing. 15% is a lot. That is a lot. 20% damage. Yeah. Piccolo gets 10 counts of cover null. Yeah, I think I like Baby's better just because this is absurd. 60 ki reduction. So if you miss the counter, the enemy can't really do anything, and he's going to be type neutral. Remember, this is nullifies own unfavorable element factors for 10 counts. This is not just type neutral defensively, this is offensively as well. So that's insane. You can draw a full hand. Like, this is, I think Baby's counter is better than Orange Piccolo's counter, so that's good, I guess. All right, ultimate. Restores your vanishing gauge by 100% on activation. Not only will this ultimate arts help you get ready for an enemy counterattack, but if you activate it while the unique gauge is full, you'll get a huge boost to ultimate damage and inflict all enemies with no switching. Oh, thank God they gave him that. He really needed that. Take aim with the Revenge Death Ball and destroy your foe. Deals massive explode damage, applies the following effects self on activation, restores vanishing gauge by 100%, 50% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 timer counts, and applies attribute upgrade minus 20% to enemy sustained damage cut effects for 3 counts, and then he nullifies endurance. If the unique gauge is full, resets own unique gauge to 0, and the following effects occur upon activation: 70% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 counts, 70. So he's gonna get 120% ultimate damage when he has a full unique gauge. No switching, and then is that blast armor only on unique gauge being full? So if the unique gauge isn't full, he doesn't have blast armor on this. That's interesting. Is what it looks like at least. Huh, okay. All right, here we go. Unique ability 1. If there's even one defeated battle member, arts card draw speed will increase by an additional level for a total boost of 2 levels. Okay, so as you guys know, every single character essentially has some kind of gimmick to get themselves double card draw speed. It sounds like this baby's gimmick to get double card draw speed is you need to have a dead battle member. If there are 2 defeated battle members on top of that, your own unfavorable element factors will be nullified. Plus, each time you use a strike or a blast arts, nullify enemy special cover changes and increase your critical rate by 60%. 60% is a lot, okay? The key reduction and destroy card effects that activate when entering the battlefield will put a damper on your enemy's ability to attack, giving you the chance to string together a combo and deal some serious damage. And don't forget that if your opponent is tagged Saiyan, your allies will get a 30% buff to damage inflicted. Wow. Yeah, look at that. 30% damage inflicted against tagged Saiyan. That's the entire team. That is interesting, because normally whenever a character gets like extra damage inflicted against a specific tag, it's not for the whole team, it's just for them. So the fact that that applies to the entire team. Dude, imagine Super 17 blast carding UI Goku with this. Okay, dude, sure. Whew, all right. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts. 100% damage, reduced damage received by 70%, card draw speed. Here we go. Super Vegeta time. Let's go, Super Vegeta. Can you notice anything interesting about this kit? Oh yeah, he has key recovery. Isn't that interesting? And then he gets -10 to special move arts cost, which is fine. But that's 70% to key recovery. Guess who really needed that? Yeah, okay. Following effects occur with... By the way, I think it's hilarious that they don't have any kind of baby Vegeta character on Vegeta Clan. Baby Vegeta, I think that that's a mistake, actually, because Baby Vegeta is on the Saiyan tag. If Baby Vegeta is on the Saiyan tag, I think he should also be on Vegeta Clan. That's just my opinion. Is there a reason why Baby Vegeta should not be on the Vegeta Clan tag? Is there a reason? Can anybody give me like a legitimate reason for that? I don't know. I think that's a shaft. I think that is a Vegeta Clan shaft, in my opinion. All right, so the following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Randomly draws 1 new card. 15% health and 20 ki. He's healing he's healing by 15% every time he switches in. Okay, 80% damage inflicted. Randomly destroys 1 enemy card and reduces enemy ki by 20. Also applies the following effects to self based on the number of defeated battle members. So for 1 member, he goes type neutral defensively for 10 counts, and then he gets an extra card draw speed level for 10 counts. 2 dead battle members is he gets... Oh, it's only 10 counts. Okay, I thought it was going to be permanent. He gets 10 counts of both defensive and offensive type neutrality, and then he gets double card draw speed for 15 counts. Okay, sure. Applies the following effects to self every time this character uses a strike or a blast arts card. 20% damage for 5 counts. 30% critical rate for 5 counts, and then cover null for 5 counts. And then obviously those effects are going to reset when he switches it out and then back in. The critical rate stacks infinitely though, right? So like you can keep refreshing the critical rate, but it can only reach a maximum of 60%. I get it, okay. Huh. So he's gonna be stacking damage as well. 20% is a lot, but it's only for 5 counts. Isn't that just Ultra Janemba? Pretty sure Ultra Janemba has the same exact amount of damage he gets from attacking. Let me just check. Let me just see. No, actually, Ultra Janemba has a better buff. It's 20% for 10 counts. Okay. So actually, it might have been UI Goku who gets that on his like cards, on his arts card effects. Yeah. Okay, that's what that was. That's what it was. It was UI Goku who gets 20% for 5 counts, but it's tied to his arts card effects. Okay, interesting. All right, unique ability number 2. This character has a special cover change against strike arts. The unique gauge charges when taking attacks, and when it fills up, you'll destroy 2 enemy cards, reduce your enemy's ki by 50, and on top of that, seal their main ability. These powerful abilities will help you put a stop to your enemy's combos. Additionally, when the unique gauge is full, reduce the enemy's vanishing gauge to 0% and draws a blue card. The blue card will gain unfavorable element factor and endurance effect nullification when the unique gauge is full, blah, 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 blah. We know that already. Also, if your enemy switches characters while Super Baby 2 is on the battlefield, their draw speed will be reduced, and this character will get a huge boost to strike and blast arts inflicted damage. On top of that, you'll draw new cards if you have 3 or fewer, giving you the chance to go on the offensive with a combo. Combine this with the effects of Unique Ability 1 to really put on the pressure after an enemy character switch. Knocks enemy back to long range of a cover change is performed against their strike arts attack, which is comboable with the blue card, which is very annoying because that's a guaranteed obscure. If you land the cover change with this guy, you're going to be able to chain this with a blue card, at which point it is a guaranteed obscure. If you guys have watched me use the Guinea Force, I actually just made a video on the Guinea Force. What I like to do when I obscure the enemy's hand is you just go for a tackle and they have to dodge. Like, normally the enemy would be able to, of course, counter your tackle with their strike card, but they don't know which card is the strike card, so they have to vanish your tackle, which is really, really powerful. So obscure is a really strong ability. The following effects occur when changing cover. Restores own key by 30. Okay, so restoring own key by 30 on cover change, I wouldn't really call that like a ridiculous mechanic, but it could be good if you like need the key to use the blue card after you cover change, or after you special cover change somebody. Inflicts enemy attribute downgrade, -10% to strike and blast arts power for 10 counts, and then -20% to special move, ultimate, and awakened arts power. Greatly charges own unique gauge. Greatly charges. Every time when hit with an enemy's arts attack while this character is in the battlefield. I don't think we've had wording like that before on this type of unique gauge. So I'm gonna pull up. Okay, hold on. Let me get you, and then let me get you. So I believe Super 17 is like slightly charges. Where is it? Yeah, slightly charges unique gauge is what Blue 17's gauge says. And then Beast's gauge, let's see if I can find this. Slightly as well. Okay, so not only is this not slightly, it is greatly charges. So it doesn't sound like he's gonna need that many hits, right? I mean, I guess Spirit Bomb Goku, but Spirit Bomb Goku's gauge is even more slow than like Beast and 17. So I don't think we've had a unique gauge that you need to get hit to fill up that's going to fill up as fast as this baby's unique gauge. This should fill up pretty quickly. The following effects occur once unique gauge is full. Randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws a special move arts card next. Heals by there's a lot of healing in this kid. This guy's going to be healing a lot. Restores health by 25% and ki by 50, cancels own attribute downgrades under normal conditions, increases own Dragon Balls by 1, randomly destroys 2 enemy cards, reduces enemy ki by 50, reduce enemy vanishing gauge to 0%, and then seals all enemies' main abilities for 10 counts. Yeah, it's a lot of defensive stuff. But I think looking at like all these effects, they're fine. But I think what's going to make this guy even more, like, even more so than these effects, like, I think this is really strong, like, these two combined with each other. The fact that you're killing 2 cards and you're reducing the enemy ki by 50. I don't really know if the vanish removal is going to be that impactful. Wait, it just activates twice. So you can actually fill up the unique gauge multiple times. Reduces enemy vanishing gauge to 0%, activates twice. I actually don't know how that works. Okay, I mean, it sounds like you can fill it up multiple times. I'm not really sure, but the effects he gets on the blue card and the effects he gets on the ultimate sound like they're going to be the main payoff from the gauge. Look at this. This is stupid. 70% and no switching. And then on the blue card, he's getting, hold on, let's go up. He's getting type neutrality and endurance nullification on a ranged blue card. So we'll see. I'm not really too sure how this is going to work because it sounds like you can fill this up multiple times, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, and then lastly, the following effects occur when enemy switches characters while this character is on the battlefield. Restores ki by 30, and he draws 2 cards. Wow, okay. 50% to strike and blast arts damage inflicted for 5 counts. 50%. Wow. And then the enemy gets -1 card draw speed and plus 10% damage received for 10 counts. This, again, these should be all enemies. I mean, it doesn't really matter because it's only for 5 counts and 10 counts, but sure. Shortens allies sub count by 5 when enemy activates an ultimate, awakened, or rising rush when this character's in the battlefield. Okay. That's gonna let him live in most cases, I guess, because they clearly like want this character to be like the last man standing. I think the way you're gonna want to use this guy is, let me scroll up here. Actually, I don't know, scrolled too much. I think what they want you to do is, because this guy's gonna draw a card on switch in. I think what they want you to do is they want you to switch into the battlefield with this guy, start a combo, like just chain the cards in like fast, like fire off like 2 quick blast cards and then a strike card within the window of this here. Force the enemy to switch, which means you're going to get 30 key back, draw 2 more cards, and then at that point you go into Super 17 and then you just decimate them. I think that's the combo they're envisioning for this character. Sounds like it's going to be pretty devastating. I'm a bit surprised that they're making this guy as specifically designed to work with Super 17 as they are. And then they're making him a color that doesn't complement red as well. It's like green or purple. They're making him yellow, which I think is good, because yellow is the color that I think he should have been based off of his teams. But this guy looks I don't want to say insane, but he looks really, really good. We'll have to see. Again, this is a character we're going to have to actually see how he works. I think this is going to be ridiculous, and the blue card is going to be ridiculous. But it's all going to depend on... Oh yeah, and the green card looks pretty good as well. But it's going to depend on the unique gauge, right? The unique gauge fills up extremely quickly, greatly charges unique gauge. And then when unique gauge is full, like I don't understand how this activates multiple times. And this as well, right? Destroys one of your own cards and draws a blue card next. So I guess it can refresh. Maybe when you switch out, it refreshes. Is that how this works? Greatly charges own unique gauge every time when hit with an enemy's arts attack while this character is in the battlefield. So this is the main difference between this guy's unique gauge and like GT Goku's unique gauge, or Beast's unique gauge, or 17's unique gauge, Blue 17's unique gauge, is that for those characters, they can charge their gauge when allies get hit, but for Super Baby 2, he has to be the one getting hit. I get it. So I think what it's actually going to be is his unique gauge might go away when you switch out with him, I think is what it sounds like. So actually what this means is you're going to be activating, let me see if I can just highlight these individually. You're going to be activating this, I can't, hold on, does this work? Hold on. Damn it. So you're going to be activating all of this every single time your unique gauge fills up. You're going to be healing by 25%, getting 50 key back, killing 2 cards, reducing their key by 50, removing their vanishing gauge, and stealing their main ability every time his unique gauge fills up. So I guess the play style they want you to do is come in with this character, do a lot of damage really fast, and then if you get caught with a combo, you will be able to fill your unique gauge up, nullify a lot of the damage, heal a lot of it back up, and then get ready to counterattack again, I guess. We'll see. I'm not entirely sure if that's the way it's going to work, but that's what I'm interpreting from what's written here. So let me know what you guys think of Super Baby 2. I think this guy's going to be pretty damn good in combination with, of course, Super 17. This guy, potentially, depending on how good he ends up being, could actually propel GT to being like on even footing with Sun Family, which is ridiculous. So let me know down below what you guys think of Super Baby 2. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.